Good evening, Professor. First, I would like to say sorry if I mispronounce some of these words. Um, yeah. So, to start, the topic that I chose from chapter 20 was Wang Qi, the Zing attack on Yangzhou in 1645. There were many people involved in this attack. You you and the Zheng military forces that were led by General Dodo. There were the attackers who raised they were the attackers who raised havoc too and captured the city of Yangzhou. You also had Ming loyalists such as local defenders, officials, and civilians who supported the collapsing Ming dynasty. There were there was also Wang Qi, a local scholar and the author of this part in the chapter, who witnessed the events and wrote about them in detail. Now, for the people that were impacted in this event, you have Yangzhou civilians. They suffered mass killings, rape, looting, and other like casualties and bad things. Wang especially documents the horrific violences against women and families. People like Wang, who were emotionally and psychologically impacted, and many who were forced to adjust to the life under Zheng rule. There was also the Chinese population along the border. The fall of Yangzhou was symbolic of the brutal transition from Ming to Zheng rule, spreading fear and submission in other southern cities. Now, for what happened in 1645 during the fall of the Ming dynasty, the Zheng army, led by General Dodo, attacked the city of Yangzhou, which had resisted Zheng rule. After fierce fighting, the city fell and Zheng troops carried out a 10-day massacre of civilians. Zheng soldiers broke into homes, stole valuables, and burned buildings. Families hid in terror, many committed suicide, and entire neighborhoods were wiped out. These events mainly took place in May of 1645 during the early years of the Zheng dynasty conquest of China. This was part of the transition period between the Ming and Zheng dynasties, a time of intense warfare, rebellion, and change that lasted from the late 1630s to the 1660s. The events in Wang Qi's the Zheng attack on Yangzhou in 1645 took place in the city of Yangzhou, located in eastern China near the Yangtze River. These events happened within families' homes, on the streets, alleys, by the river, anywhere around Yangzhou at this time. Yangzhou was a wealthy and cultural significant city during the late Ming period, known for its scholars, merchants, and beautiful gardens, which made its destruction shocking to others around the world. For this last part on why it occurred, I have touched on it a little bit already, but the Zheng attack on Yangzhou in 1645 happened as part of the Zheng dynasty military campaign to conquer China and eliminate resistance from the Ming loyalists. After the fall of the Ming capital in Beijing in 1644, Ming loyalists continued to resist Zheng rule in the south. The massacre was a punishment for resisting Qing rule and was meant to serve as a warning to other cities. Yangzhou was wealthy, heavily populated, and sat along important trade and transport routes like the Grand Canal. The attack symbolized the brutal transition from the ethnical Han Ming dynasty to the Qing dynasty, sparking deep trauma and crucial grief among the Chinese literal. The Wang, like Wang Shi. Thank you for listening to me talk again, and this is what you need to know about the Wang Shi, the Qing attack on the Yangzhou in 1645. Thank you.